Thank you, and I have to say thank you, Welsh Government, for actually taking this forward. I'm just a bit confused now after hearing you talk about the Constitution Committee and everything, so maybe you will respond to that, Cabinet Secretary. But, you know, the facts are 1 in 5 UK vets report seeing illegally imported puppies last year. 48% of vets reporting suspicious puppies were referring to French bulldogs. 3,000 dogs were linked to illegal imports from 2013 to 2023. 116 puppies and kittens were quarantined at the port of Dover in 23. They are not good statistics. And Cabinet Secretary, I agree with you that our nation here in Wales are a nation of animal lovers, and I know that they will be fully supportive of this going forward. All of us who are pet owners know that our dogs or cats or ferrets or rabbits or guinea pigs, you name it, they are not just animals, they are members of our families. This is why it's even more devastating to see the high numbers of kittens, puppies, ferrets, rabbits, guinea pigs, whatever, imported into the United Kingdom in ways that compromise the health and well-being of those animals, but has potential to then harm other loved pets as a result. From these illegal imports, we have seen dogs and cats subjected to painful cosmetic procedure, such as ear cropping, declawing. These are illegal already in the UK. The regulations set out in this LCM will help to enact a former UK Conservative manifesto commitment to closing these loopholes, exploited by very cruel and unscrupulous traders. This bill introduces provisions to restrict the commercial importation and non-commercial movement of dogs, cats and the rest into the UK on animal welfare grounds. And that, to me, says it all. We have to have the animal welfare, in our minds. Too often, these poor animals are smuggled into the UK in horrendous conditions, causing immense stress and discomfort. For pregnant cats and dogs, this can also lead to miscarriage. Preventing heavily pregnant cats and dogs from entering the UK will help to reduce the risk of diseases such as Brucella canis, and that, again, would be, we're talking about lethal ailments that can not just affect those, but other animals already in our country. It is important that the health and welfare of both the transported animals and those already in the UK are given the ultimate protective measures. By focusing on the non-commercial movement of dogs, cats and ferrets and the rest, the bill claims to close the loophole that allows commercial imports to be disguised as companion animals travelling with their owners. It seeks to achieve this by introducing limits on the number of animals permitted to travel in any one vehicle. This bill will reduce the number of animals that can travel under non-commercial rules from 5 per person to 5 per vehicle, or 3 per foot or air passenger. These regulations will ensure that when a non-commercial movement of a domestic pet is carried out by an authorised person, it may only take place within 5 days of the owner's movement. These are measures that we need to help to tackle the horrendous issue of the smuggling. And I have to be honest, I'm really sad to see how monkeys now are still, being exported all over the world, and some of the experiments that are used on these monkeys you just would not subject anything or anybody to. This bill grants powers to introduce secondary legislation that include powers of inspection and enforcement being the key word in this. Too often, laws in this country are overruled because some agencies, enforcement agencies, say we haven't got the resources. So it's important that we make sure that those resources are in place. There are also maximum penalties that may be imposed for contravening the regulations, and I hope that they are huge penalties. Tackling this issue head-on and putting in place measures to ensure that tougher sentences and punishments can be imposed as a deterrent is vitally important. We have to put barriers now in the way of these awful smugglers, and we need to help protect our animals being imported. We need to stop treating pets and animals like items. They are our companions, our joy, and our loved ones. As such, we all in this chamber must do all that we can to ensure that every animal has a safe, happy and long life. I welcome this recommendation to give this LCM consent, as I believe it is really an important bill. And right now, we know that politicians are not too popular of any colour, and that people often say, you know,
Jared, I am giving you time.
Okay, about politicians. And well, I think that this proves to our people in Wales, animal lovers in particular, that we actually are a kind and caring and considerated legislature. Thank you.
Lee Griffith.